Thursday, I think. It's about 9:25 a.m. I could not sleep last night. I had a nightmare that woke me up around 1:30. After about 10 minutes of laying there, I realized that my brain was completely overthinking just because of stress, my situation, just a whole bunch of everything. So I knew that it was going to be a bad night and I wasn't going to be able to sleep. So I logged into the Flex app, and right there was like a $90 offer for a 3-hour block for 3 a.m. or 3:30. So I went ahead and took it. So I went and did it was 3:30 a.m. to 7 a.m. block. And then, like I said, I'm going to post that. I just have to go in and edit it and get all the stuff. But yeah, I did that. Got done super tired, right? And then I had to go to the bathroom, and it was really far out. And like the closest like accessible bathroom I could find was Starbucks, which was a big mistake, because if anybody knows that Starbucks is like packed in the freaking mornings. So I parked in a horrible parking spot. I'm not smart. I parked in the worst parking spot imaginable, and anyway, I ended up stranded at Starbucks for probably about 30 minutes. I want to say about 30, maybe 45 minutes. And then, so I made it home a little after 8:30, and I was like, I was like conflicted, because I'm like, if I take a nap, there's a good chance I'm not going to get up. But I was just like so tired. I'm like, I just need like 15 minutes, right? So I went home and I laid down. I left all of my clothes on, even my shoes. I mean, obviously I didn't put my shoes in the bed, but you know what I mean? Like, I just like laid out. And thankfully I set an alarm, because I had to set a 30-minute timer, and the timer for some reason didn't get set, but I had set alarms and stuff. And then of course my cat wants to do meowing and kiss me in the face and all this cute stuff, but I'm like, bro, I'm trying to sleep, you know what I'm saying? Like, get off of me, you know? So I ended up getting like 15-minute, maybe 20-minute nap in, so I feel a lot better, like a little bit more refreshed. But I've got a really long day, and I absolutely don't know how I'm going to do it. Right now, I'm on my way to a $100 block. It starts at 10, ends at 2:30. Don't know where it's going, don't know how big it is, don't know nothing about it till I get there, of course. And then directly after that, I have to, not directly after that. At 5 o'clock, I have physical therapy. And then after the physical therapy, I have to go to get my MRI. So right now, I'm headed on my way to the station to go pick up my 10 o'clock block. It's 9:30 now. I'm like 5 minutes away. Y'all wish me luck, because it's about to be a really long day, and it's likely that after my MRI, I'm going to go home and just crash out. I don't even, there's just no way. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to make it that long. Oh, and I also got to go to the car dealership after this block, and then I have to go to physical therapy. So yeah, I have like a fully packed day. Last night was not the night to have insomnia or nightmares and not be able to sleep. It was not the night for that. I needed a full night's sleep. But I made an extra $100 that I wasn't planning on making, so that's gonna help a lot. So anyway, follow along to see how this day goes. Yeah, I pretty much give up. So my footage from last night is gone. So the dash cam only records about hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. To download the videos, it does 1-minute videos, and to download it, to download the videos, I have to pretty much stay in the app while they download, and they take forever. So when I looked, it basically did not have anything recorded till about 6:15, which was pretty much the entire route. It sucks though, because it's such a good camera. And last night was such a good route to vlog because of where it was at, and it was dark, and it was scary. Oh man, I had so many plans. Like I was gonna do overlays, and I had a plan, and now it's all gone. Which I knew that was a possibility because I've never done that before, so I was kind of like not expecting the worst, but like I didn't want to get my hopes up because I'm still learning the processes and how all my gadgets work. Eventually I'll upgrade to like really good stuff, but for now I'm working with what I got. I'm trying to see if I have, and I don't think I do. I honestly don't think I have any lens wipes in here. And I got, yeah, there's not a lens wipe in here at all. Check my glove box. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing in my glove box. Well, that sucks. I'll have to use my shirt. I don't have any lens wipes, and I can't see out of those. Oh, so that sucks. So for at least yesterday, it's just gonna be just strictly vlogging. I'm gonna have to go in and edit it. I do a lot of rambling, and I understand like day in the life and vlogging and stuff is essentially that. It's just talking and spending the day with me. I get it, but there's like, I swear I say some of the stupidest shit sometimes. and I probably don't even edit it all out. I know my tongue's blue from the Tums, but I don't edit out everything I probably should edit out, but I talk a lot, especially when I'm by myself, and I don't know, I just don't have anybody to talk to, so YouTube is who I'm talking to, you guys. Finished my route early. I finished at like 1:15, and I went home and I took a shower, or really just to wash off, just to like get the dirt and the road gunk off of me, and changed, of course. Now I'm headed to the dealership. My anxiety is at like 120 right now. Like I am so anxious because I already know. Like, I don't know, I'm trying to be positive, but it's hard to be positive because I've been told no so many times. And it's mainly like one dealership told me that Amazon Flex isn't a real job. Which I think is BS because I have to pay taxes on that, and I'm making, on a good week when I actually get up and go, I make like double what I made at my previous job. So I feel like that's invalid, but I don't know. But I don't know, whatever. I've also had people say like you have to work for, or you have to be self-employed for 3 years, and just all kinds of random BS. And the thing is like I have monthly income coming in. Really, it's daily income. I have income coming in. I have a way to prove my income that's coming in. It shouldn't matter, but credit is just, oh, I hate credit. I hate it. Like it just doesn't make any dang sense. So anyway, also I'm like really upside down on my Jeep, especially considering now that it's wrecked. So if I do end up trading in and getting a different vehicle, that's going to be tacked on to the vehicle, whatever vehicle I get. And so my payments are going to be ridiculous. So I have a budget that I'm willing to But it has to be the car I want in order for me to pay that. Like, I'm not going to just be like, okay, my budget is $800 a month and it's not the car that I want. I'm not doing that. I'm not settling for a Ford Focus. No, I need a hybrid. Absolutely has to be a hybrid. I have like a whole list of stuff that I will not settle for, or that I don't want in a vehicle. And the reason is just, I'm just not settling for a vehicle again. I'm not doing it. I settled for this one because of things that happened with my previous vehicle that was almost paid off. And I needed a vehicle ASAP. And I went to a dealership and I had the choice between this Jeep and a Civic. I think it was a Civic. Yeah, it was a Civic. The Civic was newer, but it had like double the miles that this Jeep had. Like, it was like, I think it was a 2020 Civic, and this Jeep is a 2016. And it had like double the miles. And also little car. And I was coming out of a little car, and I really wanted to get back into an SUV or a truck. And so I opted for the Jeep. Not even a week after I got the Jeep, it had issues. Thankfully, it was covered under their warranty, but it's only limited. It only lasts so long. So after doing research on the Jeep, I was like, oh, no, I don't even want this car. And the second time that I had to take it to the dealership for this, not the same issue, but a different issue, and it was still covered under the warranty. At that time, I was like, did y'all sell me a lemon? Like, this car is just like breaking down all the time. And anyway, I ended up trying to get a different vehicle then, and they would not like do a refund or anything like that, or reverse anything, even though technically, like, I had only driven the car like not even a month, because the first time it broke down within the week, it was in the shop for a whole month. And what's crazy is under their warranty, they were supposed to give you a rental car, and they didn't want to give me a rental car. And I raised hell, and I was like, no, you got to give me a rental car. I have to have a vehicle. And this was before I was doing any gig work too. This was like way before that. But I still needed a vehicle to get to and from work. And I was like, I need a vehicle. And they ended up giving me like a really nice truck. But that's beside the point. Like, dealerships were just so shady. And like, I was like, are you serious? Like, you sold me this car. It has all of these issues. Did anybody even check it out? Because when I first drove it home, the transmission was slipping like really hard. And I called my sales agent, and I was like, hey, like, is it normal for Jeep's transmission to be rough? He said, oh yeah, it can be kind of rough. And I'm like, I don't know. And so then I like videoed it, and I sent it to him. I was like, I don't think it's supposed to be doing this, because it was like jerking hard, like super hard, like hard. Anyway, and like so hard that it was like making like a loud clinking noise. And so that's when I went into the shop, and there was like something that was busted underneath, and essentially all the transmission fluid head was like leaking out. And I was like, how did y'all miss this? Because it's been doing it since I got the car. So that just automatically made me like lose faith in that dealership. And then I had it home for not even 2 weeks, and then something happened with the fuel injectors. So it's had transmission work, it's had the fuel injectors, whatever, fix, clean, whatever they do to them. So since then, knock on wood, it's been a decent vehicle. And like, I absolutely loved my Jeep. Like, I loved it. And then I got into an accident, and I'm just going through hell. And it's like, I can't, like, I don't feel like me, like, not saying that I'm bougie, but nobody wants to be driving around a wrecked vehicle, especially when they're a good driver. Like, it just makes you look bad. It makes you look like you don't know how to drive, even though people don't know. They don't know. All they can do is assume. They don't know that it wasn't my fault, or like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't know the details. All they see is a wrecked vehicle. I fixed it the best that I could. I'm no mechanic. I'm no body repair person. I'm just a girl. Literally, it's being held together with zip ties. And I forget the other stuff. It's like a glue and OBS. I put it together with that, and it's not even on there good. Like, I need to. When I ordered the headlight, it was the wrong headlight, so I need to reorder a headlight so it fits properly, and then maybe everything will slide into place the right way. And then I also ordered the wrong side mirror, because on the listings, a lot of times they just say Jeep Cherokee, and they don't say like the specific trim. And I'm just assuming, because mine's not one of the fancy trims, and it's just a 2016 Jeep Cherokee. It's limited, but it's not like Trailhawk or like, I don't know, there's a few other ones. It's nothing like that. It's just the base. It's kind of like the basic, right? A little bit luxury, but basic. And anyway, yeah, so those two parts were wrong when I ordered them. And so everything's just like, I saved as many screws as I could, but honestly, there wasn't a lot left. The whole side got ripped off. The whole front side got ripped off. So I tried to save what I could and use what I did, but just to make it drivable to where I can get around. Because for 2 months, I went without a vehicle, and I was walking everywhere. And then I went into a rental car for a month and a half, and that was draining. And then it was like, to the point, I need to make my car note, or they're going to come repo my car. So now I'm trying to dig myself out of that hole. So that's the reason why I quit paying my car note, because my attorney had convinced me that they were going to total my car. And I was like, well, there's no sense in making a car note if they're going to total it. I still don't know the answer to that question. So, I don't want to go too much into it, but yeah, it freaking sucks. And now I'm learning that, yeah, I don't want to go into it. I don't want to talk about it. So, fingers crossed. Hopefully, I've already prayed about it. I need a blessing right now. Like, I need some kind of luck. I need somebody to put the voodoo doll away for just a little bit, you know. Let me make it real quick, you know. I don't even want to record this because I'm highly emotional right now. That's why I didn't want to go. I already knew the answer, and I still went. But I knew the answer. And now my credit just took like 10 dings because you know. Anyway, so of course the answer is no. Pretty much in a nutshell. Insurance has to either total out this car or fix it, whatever. Obviously that it's the equities, it's just too upside down, because not only because of the damages, but just the value of the car in general, but the damages make it less in value, of course. So, and I still owe 20 grand on it, on a wrecked 2016 Jeep Cherokee, because my interest is insane, and I let the car salesman talk me into it, because he told me in a year I would be able to refinance and my credit would go up, this and that. My credit never went up when I was making the payments on time. It never went up. And because of the age of the car, I'm not able to refinance it. So essentially, I'm stuck with a high interest rate, paying triple what the car is worth. And that was before it was wrecked. Credit really sucks. I thought I had got up to 630 and I was super excited. But when these places run your credit, I don't know where they get their credit scores from. But they're getting like credit scores in the low 400s, and I'm looking at Experian. I'm looking directly at the credit scores and they're 630. I don't understand it. I don't understand credit. I don't understand why there's so many different ones, why it's so different for every single thing. And what it's doing is it's taking advantage of people who are low income or don't have a lot of income is what it's doing. It's taking advantage of us. The really hard-working people is what it's doing, because essentially you're in a vehicle that you'll never be able to pay off, and by the time that you are about to pay it off, it's time to get a new vehicle, and you have no choice but to start the cycle all over again. You can't save up any money because everything is so dang expensive. Like, it just, everything just sucks so much. I want to go home and go to sleep. I think the reason why I'm super emotional right now is because I'm so tired. Like, I was literally falling asleep in there. Oh, and now I have a light on my dash that was not on before, and for some reason they moved all of my seats around, my steering wheel, everything. Like, they moved everything around. I don't know why. I guess to check if everything works. I don't know. I've had people appraise a car before, and they never went to that extent. But what bothers me is the same light that's on as the light that came on when it was just my terminals were loose. So I'm like, why would you take my battery terminals? Or why would you mess with my battery terminals? I didn't even check the car. I didn't think to check anything to make sure nothing was loose or messed up. That's why I really didn't want anybody looking at it, because I know they're going to move stuff around. And, like, everything, I'm telling you, it's held together with freaking zip ties and glue right now. Like, don't mess with it. You know what I mean? Like, I've been riding around like this for a while, you know, and I got backups in the back. I got all my stuff in the back in case I need it. But knock on wood, I haven't had any issues. Everything's been pretty secure. Now I'm unsure, and it's giving me anxiety because I have a very long drive home. It's like 30 miles, and it's nothing but traffic. I want this nightmare to be over. This accident has literally cost me everything. It cost me my career, my sanity. I almost lost my home. I thought I lost my car. But I was able to fix that. I wish I would have known I could have fixed it earlier instead of waiting 2 months. Like, I'm almost tempted just to go back into a rental car and just let them have it. Because, honestly, just get it out of the way. Just get it out of the freaking way. Just repo it, take it, whatever. Get it out of the way. It's going to go against my credit, but so fuck what? You know, like, it's a headache. It's a headache. I shouldn't be going through this. I should have been paying $300 a month for liability only insurance. I got screwed out of that. because everything was worded as full coverage, and I was paying $300. I'm almost 40. My insurance should not be that high for liability only. Full coverage, I would say, okay, yeah, that makes sense, because full coverage is expensive. But now I pay $140 a month for full coverage, so I don't really know. I think it was just a crappy company. But either way, they sent me a letter saying that they're not covering nothing because I didn't have full coverage. Which I think is a scam. Because how am I paying $300 a month for liability only? That's ridiculous. It's freaking ridiculous. You're talking about, I'm almost 40 years old. My last accident was like 20 years ago. And it wasn't my fault. Knock on wood. I've never had an at-fault accident. So what the hell? I've been a professional driver most of my life. I have damn near a squeaky clean driving record. I got a speeding ticket last year that I couldn't take defensive driving for because I'd gotten another one. There's like speed traps by my house. It's stupid. I mean, I now I pay attention, but you know, every now and again you just get going with the flow and you freaking forget that it's a speed trap and they get you. So like, anyway, I shouldn't have went over there to that dealership. I knew the answer. And the reason why I knew the answer, because I've tried this before. And when the accident first happened, and initially I was told, oh, they're going to total it out, I started immediately calling around to dealerships, trying to see if they would just go ahead and place me in a vehicle. And all of them said, you got to get it totaled out first. Okay. So I already knew the answer. Nobody with my amount of income plus already having a car loan, the only way I'm going to be able to get another loan is if I go through a private car lot, and I'm scared of those. There's one where I bought my very first car up here. I'm thinking about going by there, and there is there's quite a few in Houston. But I need to save up some money to be able to go and I want to go in there with a proper down payment, at least $1,500. Because why would I waste their time? I don't like my time being wasted. I don't want to go waste anybody else's time. But some of these lots are like ridiculous. Like I went to one that's like the closest to my house, and they told me $5,000 down, and I'm like, bruh. Every car you got on this lot you bought from an auction for $5,000 or less. So you're essentially telling me to give you your money back, but then still make payments every month. Oh, okay. Alright. You know what I mean? Like, super scammy. That's why I don't want to go to them. Plus, you know, like my mom had really good luck with them. She went to one over here in Conroe, and then there was one, and then they had another one in another location, and she bought her Suburban from there, she bought the Neon from there, she bought her Explorer from there, she bought it was like a Chevy dually truck from there. So she bought like 4 or 5 vehicles from this place. And I remember, and she didn't make, like, my mom was never rich. Like, she never made like a whole bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? So she might have put a little bit extra in on her car note, but wasn't like hundreds of dollars extra. You know what I mean? Maybe like 50, 60 bucks extra. And I remember her paying her vehicles off within like 2 years. And I remember her not having to pay ridiculously high interest rates. That's why I'm thinking, like, maybe I should go buy one of those, so that way I can essentially own a vehicle and quit with the car payments, which I thought I was going to have last year. Their coffee is really good. They have like this commercial Keurig and it makes like cappuccinos. It makes like it has like the espresso shots. And so this is my second cup. My first cup I just did a regular cappuccino, but I put French vanilla creamer in it. Oh, it was so good. And then this one I put the cappuccino, but I put an extra shot of espresso in it with the French vanilla. I'm trying to wake up, but I can't remember the last time that I had a hot coffee that I actually enjoyed. But I think I'm just tired right now, and it's waking me up, and I'm okay with it because I still got a long ass day, at least another 4 or 5 hours that I have to be awake. It just freaking sucks, man. I am just so over it. I don't know what these people do to make money, because even when I was, when I was working, I was making like the same amount I am now. Probably working more hours, to be honest, making the same amount or like making less money. So probably even more hours. Some weeks I'd work like 50, 60 hours. So, I used to be, when I was younger, I would like hustle my ass off. But I'm getting older, and obviously everybody gets older, but I'm getting to the age where I'm just tired. I'm tired. Like, I spent my whole life working 2-3 jobs, overtime, 6-7 days a week. I've done all of that my whole life. I've sacrificed a lot. I've sacrificed family, I've sacrificed friends, I've sacrificed get-togethers and weddings and birthdays and funerals even. And I have absolutely not a damn thing to show for it. Nothing is truly mine. Everything can be taken away from me. When I tell you I've not gone above 50 miles an hour this entire drive, and it's like 30 miles. And I'm going to make it just on time to my physical therapy. Maybe at 5, it's like 4:30. Physical therapy done. I just fell asleep while I was in like the massage chair thingy. God, that's awful. Like, I like iced coffee, but I don't like cold coffee like that. Nothing, no. Anyway, I fell asleep in the massage chair, and now my neck is like killing me because I was like this and knocked out, and they actually left me alone, and it was so dark in there. Like, they didn't come mess with me, so I ended up sleeping like an extra 15 minutes after the massage, because I remember like kind of waking up when it was over, but I just went right back to sleep. I am so freaking exhausted. So now it's time to go get the MRI. I am definitely going to sleep while they do that. It normally takes about 30 minutes to an hour, so it should be a pretty decent nap for me to feel like a million times better than I feel right now, and to be able to continue my day or whatever. I'm coming home after this, going to bed. I don't even have to take a shower because I just took a shower and just like go to bed. Oh, and I checked my stuff. Everything looks good. I don't know why that light's coming on, but I really think they did something. I know for sure they didn't close my hood all the way. Thankfully, that didn't fly open on the freeway. So anyway, I'm gonna head over to It's probably gonna be about an hour drive. But I gotta take all my jewelry out. But hey, plus side, after I get this done, I can redo my nails and get myself back together. And I think I went the wrong fucking way. Like, I'm so out of it right now. I just want to go home and go to bed. And I'm right here by the house, and I gotta drive like an hour away. I don't want to cancel. I can't cancel. I gotta get this crap done before they tell me that they're not gonna treat me anymore or something. Like, I want to get everything done. I want to get my diagnosis. I want all of it, because I definitely, so far all I know is I have a slip disc in my lower back, and my knee is swollen in the back, like behind the kneecap area or something like that. Still, since July, like what? But the only MRI I didn't get done was my neck, and that's what I'm going to do today. The doctor is ordering also for me to get a brain MRI as well, because I keep falling. I need to finish signing up for my health insurance. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get a good deal through healthcare.gov. It wasn't working the last time I tried. I don't know why, so I may or may not have to call them and see what's up with that. But definitely need to get some health insurance, because, man, being like almost 40, like, you going through it, body falling apart. Like, I need to go to the doctor right now, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to pay out of pocket if I go to the freaking doctor, or go to the emergency room and waste their time. And I hate going to the emergency room for everything. Like, when I fell the other night, the only reason why I went is to get paperwork for Aflac. The only reason why I need to pay that too. I need to pay my bill. Y'all, it's so effing cold in there, and they told me that it's gonna be a little while. I look a freaking mess today. Oh my god. I need sleep. It is so cold. Like, hurry up and give me my bed and my blanket so I can just go to sleep while y'all do this, because it's cold, and when it's cold I like to sleep. I really just want to sleep right now. Alright, MRI is done. What a crazy, wild day. I wasn't able to get my lip ring in. I have to do that at home in the mirror. I should have taken it out this morning and just put it back in when I got home. But anyway, on my way home, and I'm probably gonna eat my leftovers and more than likely just straight go to bed.